Oh look, there's people again for some fucking reason.
Who am I, really?
No one quite knows who or what they are. The memories you have and the role you were assigned are burdens you had to carry. It doesn't matter if they were
Did
real
he
or
swim
not.
here?
That's never the point.
Because he jumped before
There's
crossing
no such thing
the
in the
Hudson,
world as
so
absolute reality.
how the
Most of what they call real is actually fiction. What you think you see is only as real as your brain tells you it is.
Then, what am I supposed to believe in? What am I going to leave behind when I'm through?
We can tell other people about having faith. What we had faith in. What we found important enough to fight for. It's not whether you were right or wrong, but how much faith you were willing to have. That decides the future. The Patriots are a kind of ongoing fiction too, come to think of it. Listen, don't obsess over words so much. Find the meaning behind the words, then decide. You can find your own name. And your own future.
Decide for myself?
And whatever you choose will be you.
I don't know if I can.
I know you didn't have much in terms of choices this time. But everything you felt, thought about during this mission is yours. And what you decide to do with them is your choice.
You mean start over?
and this is the real message to the
Clean
player.
slate, a new name, new memories.
You don't
Choose your
have to
own
be Solid
legacy.
Snake. You could
It's
be
for you
whatever
to
you want.
decide. It's up to you.
You didn't have the choice of playing as Solid Snake. You didn't have the choice of seeing what Snake was doing while you were playing as
By
Raiden.
the way, what
You
is
don't
that?
have a choice, but you have a choice of going on, moving on, doing whatever you want. That is the real message. The message is not codename Raiden, nationality Ireland. Wow, Raiden is the player. Wow, boom.
Anyone you know.
And if I chose Alphonse, it would have said Alphonse instead of Raiden.
Never heard the name before.
Never heard Raiden before.
I'll pick my own name and my own life. I'll find something worth passing on. They taught me some good things too.
I know. We've inherited freedom from all those who fought for it.
Again, why is
All
people
have
so
freedom to spread
calm?
the word.
A giant massive fucking super weapon just
Snake,
crashed
what
into
about
the
oldest
fucking
child?
Liberty
Don't
Hall.
worry. I'll find him. Count on it. As long as you keep yourself alive, he's safe.
There should be people crying
Do you
on
know
the
where
floor,
Liquid
not
went?
walking
I put a
on the street
transmitter
like
on his
nothing.
ray.
Did he head for the Patriots?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they gave Ocelot a bogus location to begin with.
What are they
Cheer
going
up.
to do
We
with
have a
that
better
fucking
lead.
arsenal gear?
This contains the list of all the Patriots.
But Ocelot took it.
The one we gave you wasn't the real thing.
What?
This virus is coded to destroy only a specific part of GW, namely the information about the Patriots' identity. Which means that there's a parameter coded in here that defines what that information is.
I get it. Analyze the code and you can probably find out where they operate. Count me in.
No, you have things to do first. And people you need to talk to.
Yeah, like finding the real Rose and disappearing for years. Because that's what happens. How convenient that Rose is right there. Right now. Again, is nobody going to question the guy with the katana in the middle of the street or the fucking massive thing on Liberty Hall? No? No one? Okay.
Snake?
What's wrong?
Nothing. Can I ask you something?
Do you know what day it is today?
I wouldn't know.
sorry, I had to do it.
But we're going to find out together, aren't we?
Oh. Yeah.
See me for what I am, okay?
I know.
She's pregnant.
Do you remember this place?
Of course. This is where we first met. I remember now. Today is the day I met you.
That's it.
How is Rose on the joke if Rose was never on the mission to begin with? How is she in the joke of, do you know what day it is tomorrow? The Rose we've been talking to during the entire game was an AI.
Pass along to the future.
What?
He said all living things want their genes to live on.
Are you talking about the baby?
Yeah. But genes aren't the only thing you pass on. There are too many things that aren't written into our DNA. It's up to us to teach that to our children.
What kind of things?
About the environment, our ideas, our culture, poetry, compassion, sorrow, joy. We'll tell them everything together.
Is that a proposal?
This is for your ears only.
I do not need to listen to all this. Especially I don't need Biden whispering a proposal in my ear. Again, breaking the fourth wall because this is for your ears only. Only for Rose, not for the player. I have a lot of strong opinions about Metal Gear Solid 2. Again, as always, I'm going to leave the credits because I think it's a sign of respect to the developers. And while the credits roll, I'm going to do a really quick thoughts video. Or a quick thoughts moment because I'm probably not going to cut this for a video. Metal Gear Solid 2 is a game that when it came out, most of the players hated. No matter what they tell you today, when it came out, a lot of people didn't like it. But a lot of new players did enjoy it, which is the original objective of the game. Attracting new players that never played the MSX games, new players that never played the PlayStation 1 game. The objective of the game was attracting new players, and they did a great fucking job with it. The problem with Metal Gear Solid 2 for me is that, and yeah, I'm still here. It's just a really long cutscene. Holy fuck, PlayStation now. It is impossible to play a Metal Gear game on PlayStation now. The problem with Metal Gear Solid 2 for me is that it repeats a lot of the messages that we got on Metal Gear Solid 1. The whole genes do not decide who you are, and you decide who you are and what to do with your genes, and life is more than genes. Life is more than what is coded into your fucking body. Life is your history, what you decide to pass on, what you decide to pass. It's just repeating the same message we got on Metal Gear Solid 1 and trying to pass it as something new, which doesn't really work. That is one of the things that I don't like. Another thing is that the game doesn't seem to understand the game itself. sometimes the game explains you things that you already know. Sometimes the games try to explain you things that it explained you like 5 minutes ago. And I understand that some things, some of the conversations with Campbell and some of the conversations with Rose, the fake Rose, were supposed to be annoying, because one of the problem I had with Metal Gear Solid 2 for years is that Rose was super annoying throughout the entire game with the whole "do you know what day it is tomorrow?" I didn't find it endearing. I found it really annoying, and I hated the game for it for years. And then I noticed, wait, the Patriots were trying, well, the GW actually, the GW were trying to make the game annoying. The GW was trying to annoy Raiden by making Rose super violent in the way she talks to you. And the thing is that I don't think that they made a good job explaining that. It's something that it took me years to understand. And again, yeah, I know that I played the game as a kid, but even as an adult, there is people today that is unable to understand some of the message of the game because it doesn't convey them right. If you are able to convey your message, people will understand it, like it happened with Metal Gear Solid 1. But Metal Gear Solid 2 not only repeats a lot of the messages from Metal Gear Solid 1, and I know I'm repeating myself, it also tries to add new messages that are confusing and contradictory. And then you have the whole kicking the balls for, well, kicking the face for the long-time players, because people that follow Metal Gear on MSX, people that followed Metal Gear on PlayStation 1, never got the chance, not even with the Subsistence version. And the Subsistence version, let's remember that is an updated version with the VR missions and a couple of side stories, they are called. The side stories are missions where you play as Solid on Big Shell. And a lot of people thought, hey, if I play as Solid on Big Shell, that means that I will finally get to see what's going on with the bombs. I will finally get to see how Solid infiltrated with the SEALs. I will finally get to fight Fortune. I will finally fucking fight probably the Metal Gear Raid. None of that happens. None of that happens. The side stories are just putting you on a Solid Snake costume, doing random shit on Big Shell, fighting a giant Russian soldier, Godzilla-sized Russian soldier. And it's like, you could have done all that on the VR missions and left the side stories to actually tell us what the fucking hell happened with Solid. And they never did. The whole, we had to get the corpse of Liquid to cut the arm, but the arm was already cut, so we had to get the corpse of Liquid to burn it and pretend that Solid was dead. And we had to get it from a certain organization. They never explained that. Not in this game or the entire franchise. It never gets explained. There's a lot of fucking things about Metal Gear Solid 2 and its connection to Metal Gear Solid 5 that are never explained, never talked about again. And it's infuriating how this game, this specific game, is probably the biggest plot hole in the entire franchise. Even though it is good, even though it has some decent things, some amazing things, it's a really good PS2 game. I'm not saying it is not. I'm saying it's a bad Metal Gear. It's a good game, but a bad Metal Gear. Sorry, I had to get it out of my chest because the port of the port of the HD collection doesn't seem to be amazing either, and playing on the PlayStation now was absurdly exhausting. Having to fight fucking Vamp with only 2 rations was annoying and exhausting. The fight with the Metal Gear race with all the lag and the input delay was not enjoyable either. It was not probably the most enjoyable way to play the game. So I'm sure now, and I'm sorry about the lack of of quality image. On Metal Gear Solid 3, I'm playing on PS3. I'm not playing on PlayStation now. I know that for sure. And the same for Metal Gear Solid 4.
Life isn't just about passing on your genes. We can leave behind much more than just DNA. Through speech, music, literature, and movies, what we've seen, heard, felt, anger, joy, and sorrow. These are the things I will pass on. That's what I live for. We need to pass the torch and let our children read our messy and sad history by its light. We have all the magic of the digital age to do that with. The human race will probably come to an end sometime, and new species may rule over this planet. Earth may not be forever, but we still have the responsibility to leave what traces of life we can. Building the future and keeping the past alive are one and the same thing.
Are they? And scene. Close the curtains, and the show is over. Unless...
Snake, you there? It's me. I've finished going over that disc.
Did you find the Patriots list?
Of course. It contains the personal data of 12 people. There was a name on it. Snake, it was one of our biggest contributors.
What's going on around here?
I don't know.
Anyway, where are they?
Well, we were right about them being on Manhattan, but
But what?
they're already dead. All 12 of them.
When did it happen?
Well, about 100 years ago.
What the hell?
How many times did I die? Continue 40 times. Out of which, at least 20 were on the fucking on the battle with Vamp. Oh my god. 19 saves. Okay, it makes sense. 17 hours. Minor up or down. 102 rations. 87 killed. That was not on purpose. The 87 kills were on Arsenal gear, Emma running, and 3 I killed by accident on the beginning of the game. So out of those 87, 84 have been on this stream. And 28 alerts. Probably not the best run I could have done. I got a mammoth. Yeah, not as stealthy. Not as stealthy at all. A mammoth. Oh my fucking god. Digital camera. Nice. Another thing that it never gets explained, as far as I know, if it gets explained, it's probably on external content, extended content, is what the fuck happens with Arsenal gear. Because it's like, something that massive crashes into New York and nobody questions it, and they never talk about it ever again. And it's like, dude, it's as simple as saying, someone, a terrorist group, because the Arsenal gear doesn't have Marines written on the side, it's just a massive super weapon. They could have just said, a terrorist group crashed this, and go on with their lives, but they didn't. But yeah, I'm going to do something right now. So thank you first of all to Malu for being here, Trottle, Ori, and who else was here? I I think Takemis was here at the beginning of the stream. Thank you all for being here, and to whoever was looking. If you understand English, and I think you understand English, there is a member of the Neighborhood Watch streaming right now, which is Chenology. Let me see if this works. Chenology is playing right now Super Mario Sunshine, and he's also doing a charity stream. So I cannot do a raid right now because I'm going to change the language of the stream and the console, which means that I cannot do a raid right now. But I want you, English speakers, to go to Chen's stream if you can, or promote Chen's stream if you can. And if you can donate for the charity, please do that, because I would really appreciate that. We're not a lot, but I can do what I can do, and right now what I can do is redirect you to Chen's channel. So thank you for being here, and I hope I will see you on the next stream or whatever I'm doing. See ya.